The United States envoy thinks that Guyana should now push to reform its constitution. He was at the time speaking during a brief interview with Nightly News. The ambassador says he has been hearing much from political parties and other groups that constitutional reform is necessary in Guyana, but that no one is really walking the walk. Prime Minister Moses Nagamutu told the National Assembly last February that a constitutional reform commission would be constituted before the end of this year, but so far that has not materialized. The U.S. ambassador disclosed that if asked, the U.S. government is prepared to assist.
We would, of course, support any such efforts if asked to support it, but you'd have to talk to the government to find out when constitutional reform is going to occur. That's for them and the people of Guyana to decide.
In an apparent reference to the administration's social cohesion approach, the ambassador said that repairing the divisions in Guyana society depends heavily on constitutional reform.
Well, I mean, any solution to moving Guyana forward at a more rapid rate in developing it revolves around social cohesion and everyone working together. So no matter what you do on any law or aspect of society requires a certain social cohesion component.
A process to reform the 1980 Constitution began in 1996 and concluded with a few reforms in 2002, in light of the tendency among political parties in Guyana to be reluctant to accept defeat at the polls. The U.S. ambassador leaves the following advice.
But in any election, there's a party that often wins and a party that loses. But the real key to governing and to guaranteeing the long-term success of any political party is when you lose, participate, figure out how to make things work and improve your chances of winning the next election if that's your goal.
Prime Minister Moses Nagamutu had promised too that after receipt and consideration of the final report of the steering committee, and he received that report during April this year, that consultations would be held with the People's Progressive Party Civic and other stakeholders to deal with the scope of the reform process. PPPC General Secretary Clement Rohi told the Nightly News on Tuesday that his party has not been approached for consultations on constitutional reform. Royden James, HGP Nightly News.